Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Profanity. On today's episode, we're going to be making something special. I'm on my own today, so it's just going to be a meal for one, but if you want to make this for, more than one people, feel free to multiply the ingredients and whatnot. This is not a recipe for the faint of heart. I mean that literally. If you have a heart condition or high cholesterol, I wouldn't recommend making this dish for yourself. If you're a regular individual like myself, feel free to eat this. You may only shave an hour or two off of your life. This is a very simple dish. There aren't a lot of ingredients. You need a little bit of bacon, some sour cream, a variety of goos here. We've got some Worcestershire sauce, some soy sauce, and you pick your favorite hot sauce here. I like using Frank's Red Hot Sauce, but I also like using this cock sauce here. Tabasco sauce would be just fine too, whatever suits you. You're going to need some kind of lubricant here. Either coconut oil is good for cooking. I kind of warmed up to it, even though it's kind of healthy. And we got butter. You can use butter if you want. Our pierogies, of course. So if you're like me and you're not married to a Ukrainian woman from the 1800s, then you just go to the store, get yourself some frozen pierogies. Get your favorite kind. It doesn't matter what. So we're going to start off by preheating our pan. Turn it up to medium-high heat. And just wait till she's hot enough. So for bacon, you can use whatever you want. What I've got here is half a pound of thick sliced bacon. What I like to do with it is I like to just cut it into smaller pieces, almost make it into like bacon bits, You can cut them as small as you want. You can leave them as a whole strip. It doesn't matter. You do what fucking suits you. Now take all this goopy bacon, and we're going to put it in our frying pan.
Oh, fuck!
Alright, we're just going to leave that... So we're going to let this sizzle up here. So we got a pot. We're going to boil some water in it. Alright, we got some boiling water here. So you take your frozen pierogies, dump them in. Easy as that. Our bacon appears to be doing... it's right about where I want it. I'm not normally a real crispy bacon kind of guy, but for this, I like the bacon to be kind of crunchy. So we're going to just take this pan, dump it over this way. We'll just leave this bacon up here to drain off a little bit, let the grease go down there. Now once these guys start all floating to the top, then they're getting pretty darn close to being done. So you go ahead and turn off that. Now you don't have to do this next step. You can just take these out, skip ahead to sticking everything together. So while those are finishing cooking, we're going to transfer our bacon into another container and dump out most of the grease from this. But don't clean it, just leave some grease in it, and you'll see. Alright, so we got our pan, there's just surface grease on there. We're gonna heat this guy up again. If you turned off the burner like a knob like me, just put it on like medium heat, medium-high heat. Not quite as high as you cook the bacon, but, So get yourself a colander or a sieve. Take your pierogies that should be fully cooked now. You want to try and get as much water off as you can. Yeah, now you don't want to clean this pan because it's got all this deliciousness in it. Sometimes if you're not feeling like you're having all that bacon grease, you can just take another pan, or clean this one, and just put some butter or coconut butter in it. This one we're going to top up with just a little bit of butter. Yeah! Okay, now comes the dangerous part. If you happen to be doing this on a gas range, I wouldn't recommend doing what I'm about to do on an induction range or an electric one like I've got here. I'm not too concerned. But what can happen is, because you've got a pan full of hot grease, you've got these wet pierogies with water on them, and you dump them on. If there's too much water on these pierogies, the reaction can be somewhat explosive. You get a lot of steam and grease spitting off, and I can see it potentially flaring up if you had an open flame near it. So be careful with that. So while you're cooking these guys, you got to really keep on top of them, keep them moving around, because they stick to the pan quite easy, even with a generous coating of grease. So yeah, just keep them moving around until you get them brown to your satisfaction. Okay, you know what? I'd say these look about done. So just go get yourself a plate, turn off your burner. Holy fuck, would you look at these. You can do it right after they're boiled and just start from here, but this makes it so much better. Just getting them a little bit crispy and a little brown, and those bits of burnt bacon stuck to them. Oh, it's so good. Now, You might be thinking to yourself, well, these aren't so unhealthy. They're pierogies cooked in bacon grease. You know, you could do worse. I agree. So we take our sour cream, get yourself a big old dollop, and you just smear it around healthily, as much or as little as you want. And for those who are trying to be slightly health conscious, you can use cottage cheese instead of sour cream, and actually that doesn't taste too bad, but it's just not what I'm into today. What the fuck? Hey! Harvey. So I got a generous helping of sour cream on here. As you can see, I like to have a lot. Feel free to use as much as you like. Now we're going to take the bacon we cooked earlier, just dump it all on top. To some of you out there, this might look unappetizing. Maybe. I guess if I wasn't familiar with it, it would look strange to me. But I can promise you, this is decadence at its best. So you're going to want your Worcestershire sauce. Dump a bunch on there. Soy sauce. Dump a little on there. And then now you take either, like I said, the Frank's is really good, but I'm in the mood for some of this stuff here. Some cock sauce. Dump yourself. Fuck. And just give yourself a healthy squirt of that. And that's it. This is the dish. This is probably how I'll die. But, you know, if you gotta pick a way to go, this is how I do it. I really appreciate you guys taking your time to watch this. This is a really strange recipe, but if you like really greasy food, or you like bacon, or you like potatoes, you might really enjoy this. And the mixture of these flavors on top with the sour cream, it's just, it's gonna blow your mind if you try it. I promise. Thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe if you want, or go check out some of my other videos. If you like watching me cook this shit, go check out some of the other cooking videos I got. They're okay. Alright, thanks a lot. So if you own a cast iron pan, or you've been afraid to get one because you think, everything sticks to them, they're terrible, or you have one and you don't like using it because everything sticks to it, what you need to start doing with it is cooking bacon in it, just like this. Because what happens is, as you cook, you'll see at the bottom, it kind of sticks a little bit, these little bits of brown stuff right here, eh? Now, you get yourself a stainless steel spatula, a good one. Good flat one, and while you're cooking, you just scrape this shit. Just scrape it. See, it comes off because it's a metal spatula, and it's cast iron pan. You can give it the gears; it's not going to hurt it. You're not going to bust through it. But now, what that does is, as you're scraping it, you're doing two things. Your cast iron has natural porosity, hills and valleys. And as you're scraping it with the steel, over time, you're knocking the tops off those hills, and you're starting to smooth the pan out. And what you're also doing is pushing bits of carbon and grease and all kinds of stuff into the valleys. And over time, all that crap that gets shoved into the low parts of the pan starts to turn into a form of polymerization that eventually makes the surface of this pan so smooth and so slick that it's as good as Teflon. And that's seriously the best thing you can do for your cast iron pan. Cook bacon in it.